All right, hi guys. So I have not gotten to finish pulling out cards for you guys. I'm gonna do this in vivo, in live. All right. For you guys, Sagittarius, you guys want to have your eyes on the ball. There's a lot of baseball imagery and a lot of family imagery. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. First couple of cards and messages that I received as I was trying to pull some of them out was a sense of abandonment and worry and anxiety. But surely it's more a sense of abandonment. And I keep getting this feeling of you not having a communication or talking to your family members, mainly your mother. So again, it's this left out of the cold feeling. There's a sense of detachment from yourself, but really you need to detach from. Yeah, it's detaching from the situation, and that's actually reiterated in this card right here with detach from the situation. For you guys, it's kind of hard because I keep getting this. The reason why I was rubbing the table is because I got this imagery of a father and child, or father and son specifically, at the ballpark, and your father no longer being in the picture anymore, actually. So your father may have passed away at a very, very young age. And one of the things that you guys would do as a hobby or as just a fun activity was play at the ballpark, play baseball. I keep getting like that, like if you were in, the dugout or whatever, you're kind of nervous Nelly over here, and you keep, rubbing your legs, your thighs, trying to keep them warm. But at this point, it's also kind of a self-soothing measure for you. So give your mother a call. I'm also getting a feeling of cancer or illness in the family, and you're afraid that it's going to be passed on to you genetically. You're just working yourselves up a lot with a lot of worries and fears that don't need to be there, Sagittarius. So, I keep getting someone saying, am I going to die young like my father? Or am I going to, is this going to happen to me? So, there's also an over expectancy of failure. You want to make someone proud, and you kind of want to make yourself proud here as well. This is me going off of sheer intuition. I'll pull out the cards so you guys can see it, but they just reiterate what I've been saying from the beginning, with the Queen of Cups being all about in your emotions. And in chess, if you capture the queen, that's it. Lights out type of deal. So your family may have been really big into sports, I'm getting. I'm looking at some past life cards here. There's, leaving or travel, there's ships, which usually talk about long distance communication or long distance separation. Really just dealing with harsh life lessons that are, should be seen as blessings, but you're having a hard time really trying to understand what the blessings are when you are having such a rough time. So they're kind of trying to get you, and by they I mean spirit, they're trying to get you to step into nature and really journal and write out your emotions, which I hear the word poppycock. Like someone's just going, journaling. What is that going to do? That's not going to do anything. And that's a form of repression and self-denial. Sorry, guys. It is. You kind of have to understand yourself. You got to come from a point of understanding yourself, because you're dealing with a lot of heavy losses emotionally. Last month, you may have been feeling like there was a sense of victory and that you were on top of the world. And that's just a possibility. Remember, this is a general reading, but the general consensus is it's like these two cards here, the Six of Wands, the Ace of the Ace of Wands here, 2 Wands energies, 2 fire energies for you guys. Basically saying, in the reverse measure, they're in their detriment. There's a lack of enthusiasm and inspiration. You felt like a contract was coming your way, or like opportunities were so much more abundant when you were younger, or you're just really nostalgic and stuck in your emotions at this time. And you kind of have to rely on your intuition in the sense that, you have to foster this belief through consistency and determination in whatever you are doing, whatever you are putting into action to bring you through it. And it's not the same as throwing yourself into work, which could be another way of you saying, oh yeah, I'm just throwing myself into work. No, you really have to work on yourself, and it's not a career work that you need to be doing. It's a personal work. Really try to connect with family and friends, because you're feeling self-isolated. You've been isolated for far too long. And hell, siblings might be getting on your last fucking nerves. I'm never gonna get paid by YouTube. I'm too New Yorker for that. Anyway, Nine of Wands here in your future. So that energy, that overthinking, I'm hearing overzealous. You're being overzealous with how you are trying to control your feelings at this time, because you feel like there's no other place where you can exert control. So in your challenge for this month, your challenge card is the Ace of Swords, and it's all about the mental body, the challenge of conquering your own mind and knowing your own self-worth. And it's also talking about the action that you are trying to bring forward in your life. So there's a crown, there's a sovereignty here. So that might be you feeling, and I'm speaking about archetypes at this point. I know I'm wearing a sword myself. On that note, you might be able to work with the goddess Lilith. I consider her a goddess. Some religious faiths consider her a demoness. I do respect those viewpoints, because something that you might need to learn is that there's two sides to every coin, all right? So you might be going through a negative rough patch and just really doubting yourself. And I just keep hearing like, prostrating yourself, kind of like mea culpa, it's my fault, it's my bad all the time, kind of like a martyr act. And this is basically like martyrdom. So you really need to make headway and releasing that whole ugly duckling feeling, because if you see here, there are swans there. You can't fly away from your problems. You have to strike, and you know that innately, you know that intuitively, but you're for some reason holding back. And I think this might be a difficult time for you to really figure out what you can do for yourself, because it's almost like your old tricks aren't working for you like they used to. Oh my God, you're like on that positivity train. Everybody's like, remain positive, remain positive. And you might be one of those people that is like, Uber, let's only be positive. Let's only look at the positive. And it might not be working in your favor. You might have to take a look at your shadow archetypes, your shadow energies. Feeling very queenly. Things must be done when I want it, how I want it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to let go of the reins here, because you have the Ten of Wands. Again, a lot of fire energy. Not having, I'm also getting not having enough information. Funny, Leo got that message as well, not having enough information. But in your case, it's a bit different. It's like you want to revisit the past, so that way you can move forward. And revisiting the past is a fruitful venture. I just saw 933 on my automatic, little timer thing for my live. So that is an angelic number. 9's meaning an end to a situation. 33 being you are protected, which is reiterated here through the protection card using the sacred, Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. On that note, the consistency and diligence that I was speaking about earlier is also reiterated here. You really have that white bird, like swan or seagull energy coming through for you. So um, that might be kind of like a sign for you. One sign that might hit you up is a bird actually, um, you know, taking a shit on you, taking a dump on you. I know there's no other phrase for me. I'm to New York. But that's usually a lucky sign. At least people like to make it seem like it's a lucky sign. Again, on that positivity train, whenever something negative happens, and for you, you just need to take a break from being too positive. It's okay to look at the dark side because at that point, it starts making you realize how much you need to find a release. And maybe you just, the reason why you're feeling nostalgic, maybe you need to play some video games, go outside, play some basketball, kind of relive those old childhood family favorite activities because you just need to find a way to wind down that is uncharacteristic to the help that you are used to giving yourself. So here we have the Two of Wands. And this here is in the middle of your career. And I keep seeing 1111 and 1122. Again, more angel numbers for you. So there's a lot of protection coming through for you. And I'm also hearing an ambulance in my ear. So this is kind of like a wake-up call, an alarm. It's like really in your face kind of energy. And you need to start seeing, what I keep getting is you're needing to see these, like, if you're paying attention to number sequences, they're asking you to look at the future with optimism. Start building a destiny for yourself. So Two of Wands is talking about that sense of travel. Maybe you want to go and see family again. Again, that's reiterated with your past life cards as well. Leaving or travel, ships, lessons, blessings. You gotta start going back to the seat of some deeply rooted issues for yourself, for your psyche. You may want to go to a psychologist because I am not that. Don't go off looking for readers hoping that they're going to solve your problems too. I know you guys just want direction. And that's the other thing that I'm getting from this card. In terms of your career here, Ten of Wands upright and Ace of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands here. You might be thinking of moving away from this particular company or job. It's gone stale. It's not the same as it was before. You may have really enjoyed going into work. And for this particular reading, I'm also getting like an older individual at work, someone who's like a seasoned vet. I don't know why I get that term, but we have here, you guys have Swords and Wands energy, pero I don't even know. And if you guys don't know, I'm Spanish, so I whip out the little Spanglish. Anyway, so it's kind of gone stale for you. There's like no passion. Again, you see the same 4 fucking walls day in and day out. You're over it. You need a vacation. Go reconcile with some family members because that's what you want to do. All right, so let's jump back in. 8 of Wands here is quick moving message. So this company might be downsizing, and that might be another worry that's on your mind, and you're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're like, that's with that Queen of Cups right here. You are in your heart center, and you're like, am I about to be let go? Do I need to worry about this? Take the opportunity while you can. Go travel safely, and see your family member. I don't know if your family member's in a nursing home, but they're like, talk to your mom, call your mom, they really want to get you in touch with your family members. And again, I'm getting that one parent is deceased. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of parental issues here. So again, this is a general reading. So some of you may have a deceased parent. Some of you may actually be an orphan. And trying to reconcile with the fact of why you were abandoned. There's this deep-rooted sense of abandonment, and you thought that you dealt with these issues in the past. but they keep resurfacing, and you just kind of want to learn to get over it. But from my understanding, and again, I'm not a psychologist, I don't think you'll ever get over that sense of abandonment, because abandonment and all of these big terms of trauma terms that we use these days work their way into our daily lives in very subtle ways. And that's what you need to learn, is the subtlety of your mood swings and how they're affecting your perception of your work life, your creativity, and your home life. You just need to shake things up a bit, and and hoping and shaking things up, it resolves the issue. And it might not do that, just to let you know. But Six of Swords here. Now this is all about, the lower half here is about your love, social, and relationships out there. So Six of Swords is talking about daydreaming, not really looking for a solution. Actually, it might even talk about running away from your solution, running away from your problems. Again, you have travel, you have looking out, into the external world. You want nothing to do with going back down memory lane. And I'm hearing there's a poor relationship with your partners. I feel like whatever has affected you from your childhood has also affected your partnerships in the future. So all of this bliss that you had, you may have, I'm not hearing like a breakup, but you have been isolated, again, single for a very long time, for those of you who have been single. For those of you who, live on your own, it's like eating from meal boxes and sitting in front of the TV. It's never fun. So yeah, it's almost like this fight between a bleak perspective and one that you are hoping to move, towards. So like in your emotional sector, all of that row right here, you have Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Sun card. This is the Leo card. This is also a fire card. And the two cards up above are fire cards. Excuse me. Oh yeah, someone has like a parent with a nursing home, and they may have arthritis and like nerve issues, because my like finger doesn't normally twitch, but when I was holding out that card, it was like, moving in every direction. So they might have an inability to hold objects properly. I have a lighter there because I lit incense. So anyway, your emotional sector has all cards in reverse, even a major arcana in reverse. So you guys are really internally, beating yourselves up. Mentally, you guys are beating yourselves up. And this news is what I'm curious about. What is this news about? Well, let me finish up with what's manifesting for you, and then we'll finish. We'll go into what the hell the Eight of Wands means. But yeah, you need to find some sort of stillness within yourself. And if you feel like you, don't feel like a certain type of way just because I said you're running away from your problems, sometimes you just need to get away, truly, and reconnect with your support system, any support system. For those of you who are thinking of traveling, either in 2020 or 2021, and, I got this sense of like someone wanting to backpack and hike in like Europe and stuff. And you're like, and that got all screwed up and now I'm stuck here. So you might be, you were probably hoping for a personal transformation out of a voyage, find yourself, kind of like an eat, pray, love moment, and it's not happening for you. So now it's basically the universe's way of saying, hey, you got to be still. You have to be quiet. The nighttime might be very relaxing for you. If you use night creams, I'm hearing like hair gel, like you guys want to basically take the time to, kind of look at the stars. I just noticed this, by the way. There's two swans. So there's swans in the Queen of Cups, swans and the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So that is definitely a symbol for you guys. Anyway, what is manifesting for you? other than stillness, making peace with the chaos. How do you want to see? Reverse. All right. Yeah. All right. So introspection is the Hermit card here in this deck. Sometimes I get it confused with meditation, which is a different card entirely. Anyway, introspection here in reverse is talking about you, again, not stepping into that stillness. That is what you're manifesting. The more you fight, there's this lovely quote, but I'm probably going to butcher the essence of it. But there is this, the essence of this message is the more you fight against your intuitive inner knowing, the more you feel that tension within yourself, the more life is going to treat you with a sledgehammer. Like they're just going to go whack. Okay? It's going to get harder and harder and harder. The more you listen to what you're feeling and what you're intuiting, the more likely it is you're going to have a fluid, natural unraveling, a natural flow and progression to your life. So it'll be more like, like a tap or a feather, because you have so many birds, so many white birds specifically. So, it could, life could tickle you or life could beat you down. It's up to you though. So the 8 here, do I want this? 8 of Wands. So in reference to all of the imagery, bird imagery we have here, it's definitely looking at from a higher vantage point. You're not taking the time to look at what is happening from up above, and I get that anyone who has passed on in your family is probably looking down on you, protecting you. But you're also spending too much time looking down when the message is like up here. And you have to be in nature. You have to look up at the sky, look up at the nighttime. Just allow yourself to be captivated like a child would at all the bountiful nature around you. So detaching from the situation, because the card fell over here, I'm just reading it on that card. You receive the Sun card. So again, you just need to change your perspective on things, because the Sun card is talking about being diligent with your life, your love, your career, your passions. And you're really slacking on doing things that are necessary for you to feel whole and complete. That's why all of these abandonment issues are coming about, because you're abandoning yourself and you can't allow yourself to do that. The stork, again, a white bird. So you're getting a clear message here. Perhaps like a niece or nephew, or some sort of pregnancy message. There's no cards here about pregnancy, so this may be just me talking out of my, out of my depth. But that's, I always associate the stork, the ugly duckling, that seabird, seagulls, as almost like spirit messengers and spirits that come to you. Again, with messages of healing, with messages of birth and renewal. Actually, looking at this, you might find that by the end of March into possibly June 17th, so between those months, you might start to feel that sense of renewal and comfort. So 8 of Wands, please. Let's get back to that and close out the reading after it. What is this message? 8 of Wands mean? Hello? Anything else? Oh, interesting. You have a man For those of you who don't know it, this is a Lenormand system. It's very different from Oracle cards, very different from Tarot cards. They're a slightly more, or very much more predictive. I know, not using proper English here. Gentlemen, what do you want? I'm getting that this feels almost, oh. I was about to say, when I asked gentlemen, what do you want? I heard knowledge. And I pulled up the book, which means knowledge. So someone is looking after you, someone is watching over you, and you got the Star card. And there's the reason why I'm smiling with that one is after knowledge, I heard I love you. So it may be, again, someone who's just watching over you. And I feel like a lot of waves of emotion, like this is a personal reading, which is what I was going to say in the very beginning before all of these cards fell. It seems like a very personal reading for someone. And it's like this, I miss you, I love you, I'm with you. And it's the message here. I wish I could have been there with you for, you know, and I enjoyed the time that I was there with you for so long, but, you know, there was something that just took me away from you. And I had it. I had everything that I wanted. So we have the whip here, which is talking about arguments and disputes, not seeing the situation clearly. I'm going to tell you right now, if this is a personal reading, or if you get the vibe that this is a personal reading, and this isn't to upsell my abilities here, but I would suggest, whether with me or someone else, that you get a in-depth personal reading, because it seems like there's a message from a deceased loved one that really wants to come through. And for some reason, I kept getting like a father figure, and now I'm all of a sudden also feeling like there might be a partnership who feels like a, you know, like a stable energy for you. Not taking that, hold on. Can you ever forgive me for letting you go? I know I had a temper. Forgive me. All right. 2 more cards? Yes. 1. What's the next one? Guys, that's not what I was talking about. All right. Da-da-da. Interesting how you did that. All right. Oh, interesting. So yeah, something that I mentioned earlier was that your relationship with your family member's father figure in your childhood could have affected your relationships currently. So you need to go through a level of self-forgiveness. There's a lot of masculine energy here. Maybe a father figure, maybe an uncle, as I heard for some people. And it's affected how you are dealing with your, you know, your sense of self and your lack of romance and commitment. So you're looking for commitment. There's like 2 paths here. And I think that's talking about your perspective. This individual is this masculine person is very emotive and emotional. And you kind of always brush away that notion. You tend to, you know, walk away, run away from your problems. And they kind of bring that out in you in a very healthy way. but you may have gotten into a heated argument with them. And maybe that's why there's a temperament that's coming through for you. But they still love you. They're very committed. You know, they're watching over. Again, general reading. So if the person is deceased, they're watching over. They're committed to you. They're tied to you. There's a bond that you can't run away from or that you must face. The other thing is if someone is offering you love, you are the one who's denied that opportunity, that joyous opportunity for yourself, because you're not seeing the situation clearly. You know, look at this woman. She's only looking at swords, hiding behind what looks like a couch to me, but it's, you know, rock faces. It actually looks like Utah. Anyway, let me not place too much specifics because it's such a general reading. But any solutions? Do you need a solution card? Solution, yes, top. Yeah. Confirmation of the individual being deceased. The Tower card here is saying you can overturn any obstacle, and these are long-standing issues. The anchor. It reminds me of Starbucks all the time, but the anchor is talking about your anger issues and the issues that have taken place from your childhood. This repression are things that you need to like come to terms with, because you've been dealing with them for so long, and you need to kind of let go of that. You need to stop starving yourself and feeling your emotions. So that's the solution for you. It's not going to get better or worse. The solution for you is to just take your time at your own pace. The solutions will be made apparent to you. You just need to, again, detach from the situation and remain diligent. Anyway, so this is the end of the reading for you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you would like a 30-minute reading, I do recorded 30-minute readings for everyone who purchases one on my site at omegaoctave.com. You can also view my Instagram account of the same name, Omega Octave, where you can also purchase the readings there. Within 24 to 72 hours, you will receive a 30-minute reading recorded. Zoom recording, and I'll send it off to you. Save it, listen to it when you can. I also offer face-to-face Zoom calls for 1 hour, and those are really in-depth, highly intuitive readings. And you can purchase those again at omegaoctave.com. If you feel uncomfortable or unsure about the reading and you kind of want to get a cheaper, funner version, include some friends here. I'll try to keep it light. I do offer group readings of 4 people and 8 people, 15 minutes per person. And yeah, that's it. There's explicit, I don't feel like that's the right word to use, but I have explicit details, I don't know, on my website that you can click in the description box below. Anyway, I had fun for you guys doing this reading. This was a very calm, mellow reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right. Peace, love, blessings. Please enjoy your March. Take it easy, guys. And I'll see you soon. All right. Oh, like and subscribe. All right, bye. Blessed be.